Well, as always, we like to speak to people and get their comments as to their tours and their adventures here on the Maltese Islands. I'm standing here with Bill. Hello, Bill.
Hi, Jody.
And he's going to tell us a little bit more as to why he finds this museum interesting. Bill.
Well, this is a fantastic place, and I'm just absolutely thrilled to be here. The history of some of the aircraft in this room, as it relates to Malta, is just outstanding. And the Spitfire that we're standing beside here played such a great role saving Malta and protecting Malta during the war. So to come here and to see it and to be able to touch it, which is very nice about this museum, because you don't have to sort of stand behind the rope. You can go up to the airplane and you can touch it. And the people that run the museum are just super. They're fantastic, like everybody in Malta.
So do you come to Malta very often?
I have the opportunity to come to Malta fairly often. So every time I come to the museum, and I like to look around and touch the planes and see them. And they've got a fantastic Hurricane that they're just restoring in the back here. It'll be ready soon. Great place to visit. I can highly recommend it. Yeah.
Well, there's a full recommendation from Bill. Bill, what's your favourite airplane?
I have to say it's the Spitfire. I sort of got a funny feeling about the Hurricane, because I think it did so much great work, but the Spit gets all the glory, and it's got to be a favourite for a lot of people. Yeah.
Yeah. Of course, champion of the skies during the Second World War. Unfortunately, they were taken out of service, of course, and they were resigned to the history books, which is, unfortunate, because when you look at one like the Mary Rose today, it's in fine form. How many times have you been to Malta, Bill?
Oh, probably a dozen or so. Yeah, it's a trip I get to make every once in a while, and it is a fantastic place to visit. The history here is almost overwhelming. Yeah. And when you see the buildings and Medina, I mean, I had the great pleasure one time to walk around Medina about midnight through the very narrow streets, and the bells were tolling. Oh, it was like magical.
It's a mystical experience, isn't it?
Mystical. It was mystical. Yeah, it was fantastic.
Because it's like walking around a history book, isn't it? Everything's there.
It's like a history book. It's open. It's an open history book. It's fantastic.
So, what were your first impressions of Malta when you first arrived on your first visit? Obviously, how did you hear about Malta to come here?
Well, I live in London, so London and UK and Malta have a very close relationship, of course, and so it's not. And I have some business here, so I had a chance to come to Malta on business. I was very excited the first time I came to Malta, because being interested in these airplanes, no one would be interested in Spitfires and Hurricanes without knowing about Malta. So coming here and just seeing Malta and being in Valletta and the streets and the Grand Harbour, I mean, it's just a great experience. The stone, the way it's built, it looks like something out of a history book. You said it, Jody, an open book. It's an open history book.
So, of course, Bill, Malta being a melting pot of cultures, what stands out for you? What's distinctly Maltese for you?
I think the thing that I could tell I was in Malta. It's not just the buildings. It's not just the fabulous history. It's the people of Malta. The people of Malta are very unique. They have fantastic hearts. They're very friendly. They welcome you into their society, into their homes, and they have a good time. They enjoy life. The Maltese wine is very good, and it's a unique place. I think. You talked about new developments. I think Malta has had the history it's had for, 1,500? I think Medina was 15-something. It's 500, 600. It's great. They'll keep that. It's a part of Malta. It's part of what makes it special, and a great place to visit.
So obviously you get to travel quite a bit. How does it compare to other holiday destinations as far as you're concerned?
I think Malta has got a lot to offer a visitor. I mean, I've been to a number of places. Malta has a lot to offer visitors. It's good value in Malta, and I think that's important for travelers. It's got history. It's got entertainment. I'm getting a little too old to do the clubs, but apparently there's some very good ones in Malta.
You're not alone.
There's some very good ones in Malta. The restaurants are great. We had the fish is outstanding. We had some barracuda on Friday night, and we had a local fish last night. Great, outstanding.
Well, that's absolutely wonderful. It's really good to hear. So as far as sort of traditional side of Malta is concerned, Masa Schlock and Mdina, as you mentioned, very sort of romantic places, aren't they, really?
Yeah. They are. They're a great place to walk hand in hand with your partner. and you feel like you're part of history. The other thing I think it's great fun in Malta is the festivals, the festivals for the saints. We drove through a village yesterday with they had the bunting out, they had all the decoration out. I think I've been woken up every morning with fireworks, but that's very special, very fun.
Beats an alarm clock, doesn't
Exactly right. It's very fun. It's great.
Well, Bill, thank you very much for speaking to TV Tours. Have a fantastic holiday and a very safe journey home. Until next time, come back to Malta soon, yeah?
Thank you very much. Great to be here.